Well, once again, we say welcome aboard. It's good to be with you at this time. Brother Mund speaking. Our program here called Fisher Mund's 5-Minute Look at the Book. We've sort of used as the thought or theme for this week, steering a straight course. Are you on the straight and narrow? I remember my dad. I spent the better part of my lost life in the Gulf of Mexico on an old shrimp trawler. And he said, keep it straight. Yes, sir. Straighten up. Straight ahead. Let's go straight. I got you, Dad. Concerning the Lord. You know, the Lord's ways, Luke chapter 3. Oh, it's a quote all the way from Isaiah chapter 40, which would have been fulfilled in the life of John the Baptist if Israel would have accepted Christ as their Messiah. The voice of one crying in the wilderness, prepare ye the way of the Lord, make his path straight. The future, verse 5 of Luke chapter 3, and the crooked shall be made straight, and the rough ways shall be made smooth. We've seen this week straightness is a symbol of good. It refers to God. Crookedness, a symbol of evil, of course, refers to Satan. Satan is actually called the crooked serpent. The wicked are called, Psalm chapter 125, it talks about him being filled with crooked ways, following crooked paths. The world, the crooked and perverse nation that the writer talked about there in Philippians chapter 2. Now, I cannot straighten out the world. Are you listening? But I'll tell you what I can do. With God's help, I can stay straight. I can stay on the straight and narrow. I can stay, as far as the will of God is concerned, doing the will of God. I need to steer a straight course. We've seen this week how physically, with us in a boat, if we didn't steer a straight course, we lost time. Shortest distance between 2 points? Yeah, it's a mathematical fact. It's a straight line. My friend, we would lose financially, you know. If we lost time, it would cause us to lose financially. The same thing is true of our life spiritually, you know. Don't wait to the end of your life to go straight, you know. As far as financially, don't get to the judgment seat of Christ. All those rewards, you know, that you could have had for doing right, and you got off of God's path for your life and lost your rewards, losing spiritually, financially, as far as a loss of rewards. You know, if you're not steering a straight course, it shows something is wrong. Something's wrong with there's a steering problem somewhere. As far as my car is concerned, one time I had a problem with the car. The car got out of alignment, you know, and the car would just keep pulling to the right. It kept pulling to the right, you know, until it was fixed. You said, what? There was a steering problem that was there. I wonder, you've been pulled off course? There's something wrong somewhere, and it has to do with the heart, you know. We've been created to glorify God. I cannot make it on my own. Once again, it's not in man that walketh to direct his steps. I must have God to help. And if I don't steer a straight course, what's going to happen at the end of my life? You're going to look back and you're going to leave behind a crooked path. If you ever look behind a boat, you can see what's called the wheel wake at a distance. And my friend, if you're not steering the boat straight, it seems as if the boat has been going crooked, you know. Leave behind a crooked path. Or when you leave this earth, what are others going to think? It's important to steer a straight course. My father taught me what I did. He said from time to time, he said, what you're doing, you're fighting the wheel. All right. Well, what did that mean? As far as the helm was concerned, it'd go to the port a little bit and then to the starboard, and I would just go back and forth. And he said, quit fighting the wheel. Find that place in the middle, you know, a little bit to the port, a little bit to the starboard, right on course, maybe due direction north. Quit fighting the wheel. Who's at the helm of your life anyway? Are you fighting God as he tries to take and lead you in the right direction? As far as this helm is concerned, you know, would you not just deliver that over to him? Are you steering a straight course? Stay away from crooked paths. Now, until next week, the same time, this is Fisher Mund, and saying goodbye.